Alright, so I got my ticket and I missed my flight because it was a lot of foolishness that was happening back at that. I'm glad I did what I did, but I made several reservations because I know it's Mercury retrograde. I know like communication is off. I know timing is off, schedules, things. I set my I'm limping. I hurt my foot. I hurt my my toe. So I'm limping. But I know that, Mercury retrograde, things is off, things that can go wrong, blah, blah, blah. And so I made multiple reservations because I had more than enough points. What I loved about DC when I started searching is I have points with Spirit Airlines. I have points here. I have points with Virgin and Alaska. I did a lot of traveling, especially in 2016 and 2017. And I had the most points here, though. And so what I kept noticing was every time I tried to redeem something, I was like, why is it always taking all my points? Like, that's never happened before. Like, I was able to get a couple trips in, without having all these points. And even in Newark, when I was like going to use my points to fly out of there, they wanted all my points, which was like, at the time, I was so desperate. I wanted to go home. I was going to do that. Here, let me go to this. I'm on standby right now. Which is, I ain't been on standby in years, y'all. We talking like 08, 09 grinding. I ain't been on standby in years, but it's better than nothing. So first of all, I'm grateful because with all of the transportation issues, with the way they played me at Union Station, I missed my flight. I was trying to be there by 12 today. That's what I had scheduled. I was going to be back home in the warmth. This cold is affecting me all kind of crazy. I'm like, no, we not doing this. And I got to re-up and sign up for new health care and stuff. No, we not doing this. I've worn my outfits. I've been hand washing my pants and stuff. But my dress, I still got a dress. I still got my shorts. I still got my, I've never been to this airport before. And none of this stuff is laid out in a way that I need to, hold on. So, I still have my sundress. I still have my sundress. I still have my skirt. I still have my shorts. And I still have one more tank top, which is Cali weather. I'm ready to get there, get a shower, wash all of this. I know where I'm going to a different part of Cali, but I know where the 24-hour laundromats and stuff are, where I can, get in, wash my stuff, and, get acclimated. Plus, voting is Tuesday, and I'm trying to get there before Tuesday. I don't want to just be held up in limbo. That was the point. And so my flight was going to get me there by noon. Okay, well, I made arrangements. I made yesterday my travel day on purpose so that I can be home by today. I wanted it to be over with. I did all of this to get it over with. That's what I was trying to do. Because I was trying to be in Cali, since last month. Like, y'all heard the podcast. Like, I was leaving. Bye, New York. I'll be back in December, because I want to see Eddie at SNL. And, California, here we come. And had the prices not changed, at first I was going to buy a ticket. Had the prices not changed, I was like, oh, okay, well, I went to, Newark and I did that. And now I regret it because apparently people are that hateful and spiteful. People want to play games and people want to do all kind of crazy stuff. I was like, fuck it. I don't have to fly out of here. There's 3 airports in this area. I'll just go to another one. And when I started redoing the prices, LaGuardia had better prices. I was like, all right, fuck it. Well, I was in New York. Let's go back to New York. And that's how I ended up in LaGuardia, right? Then all of that other stuff happened at LaGuardia. Then they ended up cutting the Wi-Fi and all that drama. And I'm just like, okay, you know what? I was going to use my miles, and my miles was going to take me to Atlanta. And Atlanta was a blessing because it showed me I do have more than enough miles to get where I want to go. It's just when I tell y'all where I'm going, when I advertise, I'm not like everybody else. I can't, unfortunately, go, hey, I'm here, headed here. Like, those days of social media are officially over for me. I have to just make moves and tell y'all later. Like, those days are over for me. Because anytime I go, hey, I'm going here, all of a sudden things spike up and pipe up and all that other foolishness. So now, I was just like, I'm going to use my miles. I started searching all the nearby airports, and I looked up at Philly. Not only did I look up at Philly, but then I saw that they actually have flights on like Frontier and Spirit and shit. That was like $70-$80. And I'm like, well, if I use my miles, it's going to cost me about $70-$80. And I was like, this was supposed to be the last resort, because it was like, okay, my ace in the back hole is, if I use my miles, it's only going to cost me $80 for the ticket. I'm gonna make sure I got that $80. I've already downsized. I don't have to check nothing. We gooch. I was like, that was the ace in the hole. I got my miles. Fine. It's gonna cost me $80. So it just made no sense to pay $200 and all them other prices that was ridiculous, because I know I can just get home if I pay $80. Okay, fast forward. Frontier and all them other ones, for the flight, they was, yo, come and be good. We got you. And it was also, it was nonstop. It was direct flights. And I was like, yeah, see, this one, using my miles, it was layover. I was going to be chilling for an hour or two in another airport, and then I go home. I still would have been home by noon, which is why I picked the early flight, because I like the early flights. That's how I usually travel. I still would have been home by noon. Now that I missed it because of in DC, their transit don't open up until like 7 a.m. Nothing is really open at 6 a.m. and 5 a.m. I tried, and at least what was happening on my app, everything I was looking up, it was just giving me one bus that I could take to get here, and I had to walk 30 miles. No, that's not true. 30 minutes. I had to walk 30 minutes away from the station just to catch that one bus, and it only comes once an hour. So I set my alarm for 4:30. Alarm never went off. And that keeps happening when I set my alarm with iPhone. That never used to be the case. I need to go to gate. Let me see. Boarding time is at 10. Okay. Oh, I gotta go. Because I just got my ticket, and I got a little standby life. Not excited, but I'll deal with it. Because I'm just ready to go. I mean, at least if I get, out of here, that'll be a little better. And that's why I put a positive caption on the live. They handled it enthusiastically. I'm being for real. They handled it enthusiastically. They looked it right up. They was like, yep, you had that transaction. And I was like, yeah. I was like, I'm using my miles, so technically the flight is free anyway. It's me redeeming my miles. Y'all just charged me taxes as the airline. So either way, the money never went to a specific reservation. The money went to y'all charging me taxes for flying. And I'm like, so I still want to fly. I still want to get home. That hasn't changed. I don't have to get home on that flight, but I do want to get home. So I'm paying you $75 to use the miles that I've accumulated, because I'm ready to go. And they were like, we got it, we good. And so they gave me a ticket, and yay. I'm relieved, and it's better than nothing. And I mean, it's also the very next flight out of here. So I mean, you can't beat that. Like, you can't cry over spilled milk. The shit is over with. It's gone. They left. I missed it. They gone. They're in the air, kicking it and having orange juice and snacks. And my favorite cookies. I love those biscotti cookies from American Airlines. I love those cookies. So this is the next best thing. It really, I mean, it ain't nothing else they can do but put me on the next one. So I'm grateful. The driver on the way here was the bomb. He was the bomb.com. And that's another, because I don't want this to be just a negative ass live. That's another point of positivity. He was really cool, really nice. From the moment I walked up on him and was like, look, man, because, let me tell you what happened at Union Station. This is why I said they played me. I just got to explain how it, so people that are confused, like, what you talking about? How they play you? Blah, blah, blah. This is how they played me. Everybody was acting like they don't know where nothing is. everybody. I mean, I was going around talking to everybody, different people. Hey, man, I'm trying to get to the airport. What are all the ways I can get to the airport? I don't know. Yep. I don't know. Thank you, honey. I appreciate it. I don't know. I just work here. I'm like, are you from DC? Yeah. So, how you know? You're from DC and you work in Union Station. You don't know the different ways to get to the airport? Well, I know you can get on the train. I'm like, no. I've taken 4 buses and 3 trains already. I'm not getting on another train. I'm already here. I took the bus to get here. I'm here. And this is the closest I could get here from where I was. It's not like I live here. You know what I'm saying? Like, I came from 2 states away, 3 states away. Because all of it started in New York. Once I left Times Square after that Ben & Jerry's, I was like, yeah, I'm over this. Like, it was cold. I went back to that Starbucks that I posted about. And I was in there and everybody was all loud. I ain't had hardly no battery left. I was sitting there trying to charge my phone. And I was going to start shopping. And they had the air on high. And I'm like, okay, I get it. It ain't even something that's like particular to Starbucks. Go ahead, honey. I've noticed specifically in all businesses, it's not even Starbucks, you know, all businesses. Like Dunkin' Donuts was doing it to me too. Burger King was doing it to me too. Anywhere and everywhere I went. The gym kind of don't count because it's the gym and you be sweating. But everywhere else, they would turn the air on and it would be on like Arctic blast. And I'm like, dude, you know it's like fucking 40 degrees outside. Why is the air on? Like, seriously. And I mean, on high too. Even the day that it rained, all in places. The pizza place too. They had the air on. And it's like, so it adds to the misery of being cold even more. And my little nose is all getting messed up. I don't live like this. Give me my Cali back. I'll take it. Like, I just want to go home. Like, out of all of this, I was just like, dude, I'll figure it out. I don't even care. Here was another thing. I saw an advertisement at Blaze Pizza in Newark. And Blaze Pizza, they do franchises. Shout out to LeBron James. He invested in Blaze Pizza. I think he invested like $750,000 or something. And now it's like worth $8 billion. Like, it's ridiculous. But they do franchises. Papa John's do too. I think Shaq invested in Papa John's. But I have the feeling that Papa John's might be a little bit more expensive than Blaze. But that's neither here nor there. I like Blaze because it's the make your own pizza. That's the place where you can make your own stuff. And as somebody who like food and, you know, cooking and all that other stuff, like, I'm into that. And I told you I want to invest in one Checkers and one like pizza place. And I'm serious about like doing this somewhere down the line. So Blaze Pizza is hiring. And to me, in my opinion, that's like a cool way. I mean, I need a job, right? And I think, okay, that's a cool way to get involved in the company. At least I know, you know, all this other stuff. So then when I'm interested in being a franchise owner, flat out, pow, you know. And I was going to put an application when I was there. And I was like, but that makes no sense. I don't want to settle here. It doesn't make sense to make permanent plans or long-term plans over somewhere that I'm not trying to settle. You know? What ran me out of Cali was people trying to hurt me. That's what ran me out of Cali. And Cali is a little expensive, but I've been dealing with Cali for 10 years, and I've always found a way to make it work. And in the ways that I've made it work, I don't have no complaints. I found like $600 bachelors and stuff like that in California, in Miracle Mile. You know, I've been fortunate, you know, to have like living situations and co-op situations where I'm paying $600 a month or $700 a month, and you know, we have parking and we have laundry and we have, you know, I stayed with someone who owned their own home and was renting out rooms, and I had my own laundry room, my own bedroom, my own bathroom for $750. You know, like, there's different ways to do it until you get on your feet and do whatever. And you know, I did those situations. I had to do some couch surfing. And then when I saw that people were kind of being a little weird with me, I was like, you know what? My situation is my situation. My burdens are my burdens. I'll just sleep in my car. Like, I don't need to, like, because I'm dealing with a whole lot, and I don't need people trying to make me feel bad or guilty or none of that other stuff. I'll just mind my business, give me a gym membership in Beverly Hills, and keep it funky. I'm going to just mind my business. So, and if I got to live that way again, I don't have the car, but I'll figure it out. But cold, I can't even think in the cold no more. Like, it's different. I don't even know how to explain it. And, some people who also have, like, cold aversions and, different illnesses or whatever, they can, back me up on this. But, somebody that, like, really used to struggle with anemia, like, like, my iron got to be at a certain level. Things got to be on point or I can't do it. So, all right, I'm going to end this because I got to go through security and I ain't trying to live stream. So, love y'all. I will be back live because I'm going to do a reading and I'm going to record a podcast because now I'm on standby. I ain't got shit to do. I'm bored. All right, bye. Mwah. Peace.